Doom, doom. It took me a minute, my mind was on other things. Oh. Hello, everybody. So, right now, you can't see much of anything. So, I'm using OBS today instead of the Logitech Capture. I'm more familiar with this. Hey, everybody. What's up? How you doing? I really hope that you're having a good day. I am just enjoying these cameras way more than I probably should be. This is madness. Sorry. So, I'm really enjoying this. Okay, let me live my life. I don't even know which camera to look at. Let me stop. Ooh, okay. This was kind of sort of just a test, but then I thought it was funny. So we're gonna turn this one off, and we're gonna turn this one off, and we're also gonna turn. Well, the rest of them are gonna be on, but yeah. So that was just a little bit of fun. Hey, Holly, how you doing? I don't really know what I'm doing today. I guess I could talk about yesterday a little bit. Yesterday was a magical day in my life, and I'm not gonna call it weird. I'm not gonna question it necessarily too much. So, a few days ago, about a week and a half ago, I got a feeling to put my resume on LinkedIn for some reason. And then a few days ago, I got an email that was like, "Hey, we're looking for an entry-level chemist." Um, and it was like, this company is looking for like now, basically. And glad to hear it, Holly. And it was like they're basically looking for now. Excuse me. And I was like, I don't have any time to procrastinate or to sit on this or whatever. Also, like, let's adjust this. You can like see my bed. This is the rum chata. Oh wait, I can zoom in now. 1 second. One moment, please. One moment, please. One moment, please. This is a little oddly personal. Okay, that's not terrible. That's more or less. Oh, I got Tapestry Saturn cut out. It's fine. And I'm not even like center frame. There we go. More or less. Um, who's that? Corey? Oh gosh. How garish. You can see me in my little pajama pants. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to, because there was a sort of immediacy. Hey, Claudia. Because there was a sort of immediacy in it, I was like, I'm not gonna, Bernie! Hey, how you doing? I was like, I'm not gonna like drag my feet on this. I don't want to be what slows down or delays or limits my experience. So I'm gonna move on it. And then I got a call yesterday. Yeah, you got me. I got a call. I went over to Rob's yesterday when he was raking Ken and Cown. And I got a call randomly in the middle of it from a number I did not recognize. I was like, okay. I was like, they'll leave a voicemail if it's important. And then I got an email from the person who reached out to me about the job. And she was like, hey, I just called, your voicemail box is full, so I couldn't leave a message. And then, like, she called right back, so I answered it. I had a conversation She was like, well, there's this company, they're looking for entry-level chemists, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'd be very surprised if they're not interested in at least interviewing you. And then she called back like an hour and a half later, maybe, about, so the interview is tomorrow at 1. Um, and then, so that was something. And then I was hungry. I didn't realize that my parents got food, because usually they like, hey, we're getting this. Do you want some? I'm like, yeah. So I went to one restaurant. And my brother wanted to go to another one. Hey, kizzy cat, cat. Thank you. And so I go to the one restaurant, and like I got a free fry upgrade, and I had like 2 fries. It was a combo. It came with 2 small fries. They upgraded it to 2 medium fries, and then we go to the other place, and the car in front of us paid for our food. So I was like, what is happening? What is happening today? Yesterday was a magical day like no other. And it's funny that it was a Wednesday, because the last time I had a day that was like that, it was also a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday in April of 2019. I was just like, what is happening? Everything's like working out. I'm like, what? Did you always have a picture, Kizzy Cat? Or is that picture new? I don't know anything. I don't know why I have this on. This isn't immediately necessary. But yeah. Well, because I'm like, for me, I don't know if it's because on that first day. Okay, I didn't think so. I was like, oh, snap. Well, it's nice to see you, Kirsty. I feel like I need to use your name now. You still Kizzy Cat in my heart. For me, and even like Russ, maybe a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago by this point, I don't know. Time is just, it's already Thursday, and this week like literally just started. We're almost halfway through August, and my brain cannot keep up. But it was a thing about like when we open up ourselves to receive. And by opening up ourselves to receive in one way, we allow for blessings to continue coming in. And so I was really uncomfortable with receiving that he gave me a little gift. And then after that, it's like stuff just started flowing in. Like my Starbucks chakra is wide open apparently. Because whenever, like, I don't even necessarily like want Starbucks sometimes. But someone's like, oh, I'm going to treat you to Starbucks. I'm like, oh, that is a treat. Thank you. But I think when that opportunity came a few days ago, and when I made the conscious choice to, like, literally all I had to do was click, I'm interested in an email. Like, literally that's all I had to do was click that I was interested in an email. But as soon as I read it, like there was so much within me that just like flared up a little bit. Lots of like self-worthy types of stuff and like, oh, like, you know, I don't know if I could actually blah 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 blah, right? But then I made that conscious decision. I was like, I don't want to be the bottleneck in my experience in life. And I don't want to allow this to cause me to wait long enough that I miss this opportunity. Because it feels incredibly aligned, at least for now. And thank you, Claudia. Hug received and returned from not Chicago, Illinois. Hey, Jennifer. And like, it's when I made that conscious decision, I guess, that I was like, I'm not going to be what limits my ability to receive anymore. Then apparently that gave like everything permission to start just like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh, snap. Okay, thank you. I'm just like, I don't know what's happening, but I mean, that's all I have to attribute it to, right? maybe it was just a magical day yesterday, and the pancake portal, Starbucks portal, fast food portal. The fast food portal probably shouldn't be open. But, it was nice. And then I had a really, really nice conversation yesterday, too. Oh, snap. Hold up. I got like 5 minutes. 1 second. Let me send her a message. I have a previous engagement at like 2 o'clock. And I was just like, what? That's in 4 minutes. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I was just like, not necessarily overwhelmed, but it is. And I feel like that's what, I feel like I said it literally like recently. And one of the things that keeps me honest, I guess, one of the things that I personally like about the way, like having a channel and the way that I use it, it's that whenever I encounter an experience in my own life, like with that, it's like it encourages me to take my own advice. To practice, it encourages me to practice what I preach, honestly. Um, and for me, it's it works because I'm like, okay, like I literally just, or like if I hear it somewhere, it's like I literally just heard this, I literally just said this, I literally just received this. So sometimes, like for me, the action was literally as small as clicking a button in an email. Um, but it did, like a lot of old self stuff did sort of surface. Um, and it seems like the perfect opportunity for right now. And that's more than enough for me. So I prefer these. You're in a push, push, push vibe as well. Yeah, it's like we're moving. Like Lionsgate, apparently this year wasn't playing no games. I don't know. Or it's just the season that we're coming into. I know Rex mentioned Virgo season in September, or someone else also mentioned September. The storm is here today. It's thundering. Um, but yeah, she hasn't replied yet. Were we recording today, or was it another day? I mean, it had to be today. Usually she early. I hope everything's okay for you. But yeah, I guess that's all I really wanted to say. I had like 4 different cameras set up, and I wanted to be goofy. So dancing with the man in the mirror, making the change. I love that. Mirrors, mirrors, mirrors on the walls. We're all the fairest of them all. In our own way. We're all unique and beautiful and gorgeous. So, oh, this is my mouse. LOL. How did that get down there? I don't know. But that's pretty much, I guess, all I wanted. I just wanted to come on and be goofy. Be a little silly. Yeah, the Perseids, right? I might have to go see if I can find somewhere to watch them. I mean, I'm in not Chicago, Illinois, so there's plenty of like cornfields and soybean fields and all kinds of other fields to go to. I'm thirsty. All right, I feel like I don't want to pull cards, but how are y'all feeling? How are you all feeling? Also, like I've never seen a meteor shower IRL. So are they like technically shooting stars? Can you make a wish on them on like individual ones? Because at its peak, that's a lot of wishes. I don't even know what I'd wish for. Honestly. Honestly. I'm drinking sparkling water out of this glass. I love this. My horoscope said this would happen. Oh, yeah. That would make sense. I think one of my buddies just went to New York, actually. He has a sister that stays there. I call him Indy McBee. How are y'all? I don't know. Is there anything that like y'all want to talk about for a second? Pull the cards. Oh. Claudia, you have volunteered yourself to pick a random number between 1 and 27, or if you know what decks I have. Well, if I pull for the Perseids, I don't know if I have necessarily extremely astro cards. I'm kind of drawn to the Weaver Tarot. I know I'll have to let my dad know. Because he was just talking about pulling out the telescope. 7, 6, 7. Okay. Oh, yeah, that fits. This works. Also, I went to bed at I've been randomly waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I went to bed at 2 something. I didn't wake up at 4 in the morning yesterday or the day before, but I went to bed at 2 something yesterday, and I woke up at 4 in the morning. I was like, no, why? Why? 13 frequency is a choice. This actually makes sense. So number 7 was the Magical Dimensions Oracle Cards and Activators by Lightstar. Oh, that autofocus is too good. It's too good. Thank you. When you were a little girl, your mother used to say, when you see it shooting star or shooting stars, its soul's going to heaven. What? Talking about stars, and I'm drinking out of my horoscope said this would happen cup. And there's a star on it. I love this cup. I drink water out of it, sparkling water out of it. I drink everything out of it. When you were a little girl, your mother used to say, when you see a shooting stars, its soul's going to heaven. I like that. So, Perseids. Oh, wow, okay. So we have a 1331 between empowerment and reflective truth. There we go. Reflective truth was at the bottom of the deck. The other card that came out was the solar portal, solar plexus. So we have empowerment in the solar plexus. And this is interesting. It feels a little bit like a seeding energy, because you can see the stars up there and how it's connected to the sword. So it's like there's a cosmic lightning that the metal of the sword conducts. And then it feels like it courses through her, and the unicorn, it's grounded in some, making the earth more magical. It feels like seeds of light popping in some way. It also reminds me of, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but it reminds me at some point in the Ken and Cowan reading there was an energy of like channeling solar or cosmic abundance or something like that. And it feels like that's what this energy is. Feels like it's sowing seeds of light in some way. I know spirit babies have been coming for people. Oh, the Aquarius full moon is coming up. The second one. This is the full moon. Oh. Oh. This feels like the two Aquarius full moons that we have this year. This feels like the 8-8 Lionsgate new moon in Leo with the solar portal. It feels like empowerment is what the meteor shower is sort of pushing us towards. It feels like it's trying to push us out of the mirror and into reality. But into a changed reality with all of those butterflies. "13 is death, so I guess 31 is transformation. And in the middle is the 36-9. What might be a disruptive energy? I feel like it's only disruptive if you don't use it. It was that thing of like, it's like if you have this sword and you're standing out in the middle of a thunderstorm, then, I mean, you're probably going to get struck, especially if like you're on a plane. You're probably going to get struck by lightning. And it feels like if you don't direct it anywhere, like once you get it, like once it hits your sword, you have to direct it somewhere else. And if you don't direct it somewhere else, that's when it sort of like goes inside of you and it starts to potentially cause some kind of disruptions or irritations or something like that. It feels like it only arcs when it doesn't have a purpose or when it's not channeled in a certain way. And that goes back to maybe the ulcer. Where it... Oh, okay, Claudia. Never mind. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm using OBS today, so there's a delay. And my short-term memory while I'm like live is not great enough. It's not good enough. That's the one thing I did like about the Logitech cam though, is that it was like more real time. I think I can also do a virtual camera from OBS and it would probably be more real time. I might come back or I might try that. She still hasn't replied to me, which is fine. Maybe she's sleeping in today. But yeah. And I think just in general, I think sometimes we get these boosts in energy. We get this sort of like revitalization, but we may not necessarily do anything with it. Vanity versus confidence. It feels like it is like it's leading us to some kind of realization within ourselves, though. Maybe this is going to be the energy to finally do something, the energy to finally pursue something, to finally make something happen. That's going to put you in a cycle of your personal power. Or it's going to put you in a position to shine. Or to do what you really want to do. And it's funny that behind 31 is number 30, which is oneness. This camera, like you can see how gorgeous these cards really are in this camera. I love it. Ooh, girl. And so it almost feels like there's an energy of, it's like a taste, like a teaser, a trailer, a sample of what is to come. Like, this feels like the sample that we find in a space of empowerment. And then, like, we enter these, like, it's a sun energy. The sun energy of, like, brighter times and, like, the best is yet to come. But it is also still that solar plexus because we have an active role in it. We have an active part to play. And I feel like in the past, with this reflective truth, maybe it was more passive in a way. It was a lot more internal. It was a lot more internally guided and focused in the past. But now it's like it's time to show up and have a presence in the external. And we may need to be sort of empowered to do that, right? And we're being empowered to do that. To be on the outside and to walk on the outside how we are on the inside. To show it, to shine it, to share it. So it can be seen. So yeah, I guess that's what the Perseids are bringing in first. Yeah. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Thank you, Claudia, for suggesting that. I'm actually I'm going to end this here. And I hope you all have a good whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. And I hope that whatever you need along your pathway journey, you find it. I am going to continue to empower myself by doing company research and preparing for this interview tomorrow, rather than procrastinating and trying to do like 10 minutes before the interview. Because I did that one time and I was like, oh, this company does not look, I don't want it. And I could have did the interview practice, but it's like, I don't even want to be considered. Like, I am already not interested. But anyway, there are things that I actually need to continue to do. All right. I hope I already said it. I'll catch you all later. Bye.